somebody that was there. What did you hear? What did you feel?
This is Donna. I heard beautiful singing from beautiful women all the time. From the moment we warmed up till we had to exit stage left, I got that. I know I was, and I felt that everybody there was mesmerized and focused on the experience of singing with heart and trying. Everybody, of course, always says their best, but it was done with such thoughtfulness, and that's what I got.
Thank you, Donna.
It was like a blessing. I mean, it was just so wonderful to be there together, be able to hug and sing and share the music again. It was just lovely, lovely.
Thank you, Sherry. Dawn.
I couldn't go to sleep till late Tuesday night because I had such an exciting day. It was wonderful for me. I loved being with everybody.
Dawn, is that true even though you had to stand next to me?
Oh, I like being, I always want to know if I'm making mistakes. So doesn't bother me.
Right. Do you want to know if you're doing it right?
Pardon me?
You want to know when you're doing it right as well?
Yes.
Oh, that shows good balance. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Loretta.
I thought it was just magnificent. Dee Dee, of course, gave her wonderful warm-ups and tips, and it's different when you're in person versus Zoom. Just hearing it, even when we were practicing just one note, it's different. And everyone there was trying their best, and it sounded great. It was just a great feeling. And Dee Dee went over phrases that we needed to go over, certain notes we needed to go over, the beat. And it's just different when you're there in person. So I thought it was fabulous. And we really appreciate your time, Dee Dee. Thank you so much.
I appreciate it. What I told whomever, it makes my day. I mean, to be able to hear you again, it just makes my day. You know what I like best about it is everyone was producing tension-free. This has been a big thing since a year ago, and there wasn't one person that was jumping on things and rushing things and seeming like they're having to panic to do this, which will lead me into my next talk here. But I have to tell you how wonderful it is. And for the group C and D, which are next week, I'm going to send you an email like I did to A and B, explaining about the parking and the nasty neighbor and and all of that. So it is a problem when we have more than a few cars out in front. That seems to be Ralph's thing. He doesn't think that the fire truck is going to find his house if he's got all those cars out in front. And I'm serious, that's what it is. So we're just keeping the fire lanes open on our street. We are doing our part. So that is, Angie, I see your hand.
Well, I just wanted to add, I agreed with everything said, and also that I appreciate you so much, Dee Dee, for what you're doing, because it really felt like it just brought us all back together. But the biggest thing I heard with all of us there and singing was joy in our voices, which I haven't heard that in so long. And I know that that has to do with the relax, but it also has to do with the emotion that we were so happy. It brought so much joy for us all to get together that it affected the way we sang.
Yes, it does. Joy, emotion runs. We sing emotion. We don't sing notes. We sing emotion. And that's the one thing I think that perhaps now that we are a year later, we will be able to bring that to the risers. That we will actually know that to make music, it has to come through the emotional message and not through those silly old notes on the page. Anybody can do that. Not everybody can sing with emotion. All right. So Cindy, I think you're next for your announcements.
Yes, we have a 60-second story brought to you by Sandy Cope.
Hello, everybody. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
A bit, not much, but let's see if I can.
How about now?
Oh, yes, that helps.
Okay. Yeah, I think it, for some reason, it doesn't work on that other side. Okay. So hello, everybody. My name is Sandy Cope, and this is my 60-second story. So I'm married to George. He's my high school sweetheart, and I have 2 daughters, one who's getting married in July. I just retired last August from I had to figure this out. It was a 42-year career in the medical field as a EEG tech, most recently as a manager of the Epilepsy Center at Mercy General Hospital. I really enjoyed that, but I'm really happy to be retired. So I have no regrets. So my singing life began on top of a riding mower in Minnesota when I was in the 6th grade. I wish I could say I had singing lessons, but I never did. I used to sing at the top of my lungs as I mowed our little 1 acre of lawn. And I had no idea anybody could hear me until my dad told me one day that I just sounded great. Well, not much happened until I moved to California in my sophomore year of high school. And at that time, I began to play guitar and sang at church. Of course, I wasn't singing at the top of my lungs there. During my college days, I went to a college in San Francisco, and I played a lot of Carly Simon on the guitar and sang to myself. My boyfriend, George, who I eventually married, was in the military at that time, so I was all by myself. So I probably just sang to myself to make myself feel better. And then also went to a lot of concerts in San Francisco. So I had a lot of musical experiences, but really wasn't doing a lot of singing. I got married in 1976 and moved to Sacramento. It wasn't until 1982 that I found out about Sweet Adelines from a neighbor. Her name was Candy Paul, and she actually sang tenor as well. She invited me to come to rehearsal, and I kept putting her off and thinking it wouldn't be something that I would like or enjoy. And I finally went, so she just would quit bugging me. And well, of course, we know the story. I fell in love with barbershop from the moment I heard it. And I even enjoyed it when Mary Alice suggested that I sing baritone. So I was a baritone for 2 weeks, and I finally switched to tenor, which I've sung for the last like 38 years. I've always sung in SVC. There was a period of time that I was a dual member of PEC when I was in Divine Quartet, and 2 of those members were in PEC. I've been in many quartets and have had the opportunity to compete a number of times on the international stage, which has been quite a thrill. First one was Divine. I was a wild quartet, and then Flipside and Fresco. I've sung in many double quartets. My favorites were Young and the Restless, which were moms and daughters, and then Encore. I was actually the first tenor in that quartet. I've had many other opportunities over the years of being in Sweet Adelines. I served as president of SVC for 2 terms, been on so many teams over the years, I can't even remember all that I've been on. At the regional level, I was chairwoman for the regional convention for 2 years. And my favorite team, though, to be on right now is the SVC's music team. I think I finally found the home. I've been fortunate to have the support of my husband and my 2 daughters during my Sweet Adeline life. My oldest daughter, Kelly, sang with SVC for 2 years while in high school, and was in one of Region 12's first Young Women in Harmony quartets with actually Nikki Glaudeman, which is Sherry Jump's daughter. My quartet at that time, Highlight, which I sang with Mary Ann and Margaret and Jackie Iovely, we were the mic testers for that first Young Women in Harmony contest in Region 12, and her quartet, Hot Commodity, actually won. So it was pretty exciting. Chrissy, my youngest daughter, did a tap dance number in one of our SVC shows. This was during the time that Patty Easley was one of our directors. Even my husband played a straight man to a Groucho Marx character on an SVC show back in Mary Alice days, which he vows he'll never do again. That was his one time on stage. So this is my 60-second story of my life in song. It's been a wonderful journey so far, and I'm grateful for the friends that I've made and the education and all the opportunities that I continue to receive. Thank you. Yay.
Thank you, Sandy.
Yeah, welcome.
Anybody else have any announcement? Sometimes a member has something that is important to share. So if you do, this is your moment in time to do that.
Actually, I forgot something.
All right.
So I just want to let everybody know I'm going to be taking a 2-month leave of absence because my daughter's getting married and I'm helping her get ready. I may pop in and out, but I'll be back in August. Okay.
Yep.
Bye.
Yes, indeed. And I knew about that. And what I really think, especially in these times, if you've got something that's family like that, you need to do it with our blessing, everybody's blessing. It's, life is too short. We just found that out, didn't we? Boy, did we ever. So we are grateful for what we have and for all of you. We are. So this is an interesting topic to me. You can call it performance anxiety. You can call it what most people call it, which is stage fright. Stage fright is a common term in the theater world, and it really applies to not only professionals, and yes, it happens to professionals, but it also applies to us. We are considered amateur performers. However, I like to think that we're semi-professional because we spend a lot of our energy and our focus on our craft. Amateurs do it for fun. And I like to think, yes, we do it for fun, but we also have a little deeper motivation than that. And I think most of you can think of the most famous singer woman that you know that had tremendous performance anxiety, stage fright. Who can tell me who she was?
Barbara Streisand.
Barbara Streisand.
Barbara Streisand. I knew that. And if you knew that, you might also know that she was off the stage and not performing for quite a long time. There are many others that just don't happen to be as famous as Barbara. And not only that, there are people sitting here in this Zoom session that have had anxiety problems for one reason or another. And I think the big message here is that you're not alone. And you're also not necessarily in control of what overtakes your body in moments of these anxiety sessions. Can anybody think of one that they had that stands out in their mind that will stay with you?
I had a live art interview on Zoom last year, and I had a complete stage fright panic attack before. So I wasn't singing, but it was similar feelings to when I sing, but I almost backed out of it, and I had a panic attack and a breakdown, and then I had to pull myself together, and then I got through it, but that kind of thing.
Yeah. I'm so glad somebody shares. I mean, I can share mine, and you know what mine was? I was a piano major. I could sing doing anything, but the fingers, when you're tense, don't necessarily go to the keys they're supposed to. So I'd have panic attacks when I had to play my piano joys. Excuse me, I have a cat that's screaming. What? Okay, Lorna. I like kids, you know? Yeah, I definitely like kids. I apologize. All right, so Michelle, are you the only one in this course that's had an anxiety? Oh, Angie, what's yours?
Okay. I don't have really, really bad anxiety on stage because I've conquered it over the years. But early on in my career, I had to give a lot of presentations and I did it, but it created such anxiety to me that to this day, that's quite often, and I'm sharing this with my whole chorus, why I get nervous in front of the chorus, because it brings me back to those days of anxiety that I had. And it's interesting because it's not as bad with the singing, but it is when I have to get out and speak and talk, and I still have the issue. So I thought I'd share that with all of you.
Speaking in public is the #1 fear of most people. Speaking in public, yes. So Jeanette, thank you very much, Angie.
I remember a high school dance where we were asked unexpectedly, my twin sister and I, to sing with this band, and we hadn't practiced at all, and we weren't trying to think of what to sing, and I don't know, we just got up there and couldn't hardly remember the words or anything because we hadn't practiced. If I'm prepared, I have no problem. But that was really kind of embarrassing and scary.
Yes, nothing like public, ta-da, here I am and I'm not prepared. That is just such a worst feeling in the whole world. That is just terrible. Susan, what's yours?
Well, I don't have such a fear of public speaking, having been a teacher and all, but singing brings up nerves for me at times. And I'll share that. There's an experience, Dee Dee, where we had a performance somewhere. I think it was Christmas. I don't know what it was, but I'm usually early, but I was running late. And I got there just as we were getting ready to go in front of these people. And I realized that I need time to center myself and to kind of breathe and get myself in the moment. And then I didn't have that because we rushed right out there. And I remember I have this one note at the end that I'm posting, and it was like, it sounded like a machine gun. My voice went in and out, and I was like, I had no control over it. I was just mortified. But I think that I learned a lesson from that, and that really was that I need that time to get in the right headspace. Remember that? Do you remember that?
I remember where we were and everything. Yeah, I do remember that. Thanks. Judy.
When I decided to become a teacher and started taking education courses, I was referred to a speech class because it made me so nervous to speak in front of people that they thought I needed speech correction. However, I can produce speech very well. And to this day, I'm still uncomfortable in front of big groups. But, 36-year-olds is just wonderful for me. No fear at all.
Yes. So Donna Spitzer, thank you, Judy.
I had one, the first, I didn't realize what it was, but I had a 2-day kind of anxiety attack the first time we met in a small group. And I didn't know what it was. I actually even went to the doctor the next day, but I was driving my friend Sharon, and I was really concerned that I had all my music, a good paper, it's like all the details. And suddenly I felt under the gun again. You can't fail. You've got to have this, you've got to have that. I didn't realize it till I got out of the doctor the next day, because I came home and I felt like electricity was running through my body. And the next day I had a physical therapy appointment for my knee. And I said to the physical therapist, have you ever felt like your body is electric? And she said, no, but maybe next time you feel like that, you ought to go to the emergency room. I can laugh about it now. Well, anyway, I called and made an appointment with the doctor. My doctor wasn't there. So she checked my vitamin levels. She checked everything. And the next day I got all the results back. I am perfectly fine. And then I figured out what I had been going through was like this onset of expectation. And what I said to myself was deadlines. Am I going to be able to do it? What is she going to ask us? Can I be prepared with all the music? And I tell you, I put myself in a tizzy, and I didn't recognize it for what it was. Now that I recognize that electric feeling, it's not shocking. It's just that I have somehow my brain got mixed up with expectation and that. So anyway, there's my anxiety story.
Yes, yes. It sounds familiar to me in some ways. I don't know about other people. All of these things should be speaking to you unless you are highly unusual and just confident in all circumstances. And if that's the case, it doesn't have to be performance anxiety. It could be just life anxiety at times. Donna Wisbowski.
Okay. I like to tell my friends that after 34 years of teaching high school, unless it's a matter of life or death, I'm afraid, or maybe I'm happy, that nothing much phases me anymore. And I think if you think it in those terms, is somebody gonna die because I'm not singing well? Or, you know, if you think, if you give yourself the proper perspective, I think it keeps everything kind of in balance, you know. So just think, if you're in the middle of a panic attack, just say, is anybody going to die because I'm not singing well? No. So what the heck, just do your best, you know.
Thank
Anyway,
you.
that's my
Thank you.
philosophy.
And that, I don't want to say that's the bottom line, because that's not the bottom line. It's easy to say some things, and it doesn't necessarily mean that for everyone that is going to be the solution. The problem is with this topic, it really is an hour-and-a-half class. So we don't have time for that tonight. So this is just merely a look at this. And the reason we're looking at this these days, and we will continue to look at it, is that when we go back to the risers, it will bring some emotion to you that may not be familiar. It may be something that to you hasn't happened in a long time, 14, 15, 16 months, and all of a sudden, here you are. And there are all sorts of ways that I hope over the next couple of weeks we can talk about how we can be prepared for that, and we can recognize symptoms, and we can also do some relaxation things that will help us in those days. Because the last thing I want to do is bring you back to the risers and have you go into the tent singing again because you feel like you have to prove yourself. That will just undo all of these months that we have been working so hard to take that drink breath and all of the things that are required. So just know it's going to happen. We just have to know how to prevent it. So Michelle, I'm going to give you the last word, because having lived with you and your feelings, I admire the fact that you have stepped out and done the things that you have done. Do you have something to add?
Yeah, the thing about stage fright is it's not rational. So you can think everybody is going to accept my singing. It's no big deal. All those things. And your body, it's a physical reaction that comes up that you can't control. And also it takes away everything that you need to sing. Air, it causes your throat to tense. You start shaking. It just, everything that you need to sing goes away. So I work a lot on just, using various techniques that I've learned from you, Dee Dee, and from some of the other coaches, and just try to, it's one of my things that I struggle with. So, but it's getting better. It's getting better.
Ta-da! Ta-da, that's the magic word. All right, so we're going to do, starting our vocal warm-ups with, we're going to channel our energy. So I need you all to stand up. We're going to go through, there's a wonderful book that's called Star Quality, and it's got a huge section on one of the references I used for this, but this is one of the exercises. This has got it's about 6 steps, and we're going to do all of them. The first thing to do is that when we are heading into a situation, whether it's Susan getting ready to go to a performance, or even talking and teaching, whatever it is, there are things you can do to help yourself. And the first thing is that this sort of stage fright will, number one, tense your body. So I want you to do a simple stretch, and I just want you to stretch out and up as if you're getting out of bed. Get yourself out of this moment and put yourself into, I'm waking up and it feels so good to stretch. Stretch in all directions. Just get your body working. Just make it feel like I'm just feeling so good about this. The other interesting thing is, one of the things that's proven to slow heartbeats is breathing. Breathing exercises. So we're going to use our arms, and you don't need to take them to the ceiling. We're going to do a 4-count inhalation and an 8-count soft, soundless blow out the mouth. So here we go. 4 counts in. 8 counts out. Four counts in. 8. Check your shoulders for tension. 4 counts in. Knees are soft. Neck is released, able to move. Last one. 4 counts in. 8 counts out. I find as I do this, as I do it, the breaths get deeper and more relaxing. 3 minutes. If you ever thought about breathing like that for 3 minutes and centering yourself, I want you to move your shoulders. Okay. The other thing is, a common actor technique is just to shake your arms and your limbs. Not violently, just to get the blood circulating. And if you can lift a leg and shake your foot, put it down and shake the other one. And then just kind of let your body be like the scarecrow. Don't try to stand up tall. Don't try to do a pagio. Just loosen all the joints in your body. Very nice and relaxing. And I always go back for me to a shoulder roll, because my shoulders, being a director, are the tightest things on my body. So I like to do that. All right, we're going to do this. I want you to think about this. I want you to smile with your mouth. Now I want you to smile with your eyes. Smile with your eyes. Smile with both. A real smile, yeah, with your eyes. One of the things you need to do is get in front of a mirror and just look at yourself and smile. And say, I'm enough, I'm enough, I am enough. What I have is enough. Give another smile with your eyes too. One of the things when we get back to the risers that's going to be important is that we bring the eyes with us. We bring the eyes, those smiling eyes. Okay, last thing, which we know, is finding a pagio. I want you to just step back and forth, step right and step left, pick your feet up, pick them up. And I'm going to say, everybody just jump a little bit and plant your feet. Okay, so there they are. When we jump, we generally, if you look down, your shoulders and your feet should be about the same distance apart. You want your feet to be solid underneath you. One of the things we have in this course are a few people that sway, that kind of work like this. This is detrimental to your feeling of confidence and security. You always want to keep your core, that jump, that feeling like I'm grounded, I can support myself. This is what I have to do right here. And just that is part of it. Now, does that mean you plant yourself like a tree? Heck no. Pick a foot up, put it back down. That's part of singing, is that we are emotional all through the body. All right, lastly, what I want you to do is I want you to take in the biggest breath you can. I want you to grab that. I want you to take in a huge breath. Blow it out. Loud, 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 loud. I can't hear you. Do it again. Bring it in. This gets the core involved. It's engaging your core. So it's the volume that you want. If you go like this, it will not engage the core. It's like if you're a teacher, the biggest. You ever done that? That's what I want. One more time. In and. Good job. Have a seat. Have a seat. Have a seat. I feel a little looser. I feel happy. Happy that you're here. All right. This, I'll find my pitch fire. Aha. Okay, we're going through pre-phonation and doing some singing. What does pre-phonation mean?
Everything you need to do to get ready for your first note, your first.
Yeah, so it's preparing, isn't it? Preparing to sing, preparing to perform. It's the preparation we do before we utter a note. And I know I'm guilty of this in my early years. Pitch would be blown, and this is really quartet. And since I'm the one blowing the pitch, it's really not a good sign. That my mind is not really focused on doing my best. It's just focused on singing, and I'm not thinking about the various things that will, in fact, make it easier for me, stress-free, leave the stage fright behind. So the first thing we want to do is, even sitting down, it's the best thing for all of us, no matter what your age, is to find your sit bones, because we are sitting these days, and just have a nice broad front so that you're not slouched. You've got to have it up. That's number one. Next is that the mouth of a singer has to be open. So even before you think about the vowel and the word and stuff, what you want to do is release your jaw into the duh position. So we're just going to sing a little silly exercise. The word for the exercise is duh. The idea of duh is that once you release your jaw, duh, it stays there. You don't shut it. It has to stay there when you sing. So the exercise is da, da, da. What I'm moving is my tongue to make the D. Here we go. Ready? Drink breath. Da, da, da. So I see various things. I see this. Da, da, da. I see this. Da, da, da. Will that give us a blend in the chorus? No, it's called, we're not matching vowels, not matching the vowel, that UH vowel. So it's called neutral position mouth. So just shut your mouth, shut your lips. When you go duh, duh. Basically your mouth just falls open like a puppet, duh. It doesn't go out, it doesn't go in, it just stays right there. Put your fingers right here and let's try it again. 3 does. Your eyes can sparkle while doing this. Here we go. Ready? Drink breath. Da, 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 Go down a half step. Da, da, da. Change the word to sky, sky, sky. Down again. Sky, sky. So target vowel means that you don't go to the Y until the very end. So I'm going to do this. Sky. You know how long it is. Here we go. Ready? Dull position. Sky. One more. Sky. If I change my mouth. Sky. Sky. Can't ring that. Can't ring it. You're singing in your head the way a soloist would sing. You're not singing as an ensemble singer. Ensemble singer says, I need to hold out that vowel so I can ring that chord with the rest of my mates around me. Very good. So this is the drink breath. I want to congratulate, I'm listening to all these at last tapes and stuff, the recordings, and a lot of you have mastered the silent drink breath. And your phrasing is so much better. The phrases are so much longer. I just want you to know that this is the exercise. Take your cup, your glass, whatever you've got, it's just in your hand, hold it. And we're going to take a drink and we're going to sing. Yeah, 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 yeah. And we're going to hold it that long. It's the dull position. The vowel is ah, however, still in the dull position. Here we go. Yeah, 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 yeah. Up a half step. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Up a half. Yeah, 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 yeah. Did you hear yourself breathe? Did you hear yourself breathe? You're the only one that can hear you. You're the only one that can hear you. I thought you were pretty silent myself. From where I'm sitting. Good. All right. Then this is the next thing. I'm going to tell you the name of a song, one of our songs we've learned since COVID. Tell you the name, blow the pitch, and I'm just going to go like this, and I want you to sing your pitch. Okay? That's all I want you to do, sing your pitch. And sing it on a loop. Don't sing it on a word, just sing it on a loop. All right? So this song is Hallelujah. Prephonation. Prephonation. Sing your first note. Everybody but the basses. And. Good. Basses. Where's your first note? And I'm sure they're going, I'm sure they were on that note. Okay, next song, Change the World. Sing it on a lu. So, by the way, let's talk about the lu vowel. Our lips need to go out, not down. The reason is we don't want sound dribbling down our chin. Sound will dribble down your chin. It's like a little trumpet. It's not observable. It's not anything awful, but get the lips going out front, not down to the ground. If you saw me from the side, it's a little flute, It's not flat. Okay. Some of you need more action, Patty, right in your lip. It's got to go out. It's going down. Yes, of course. Here we go. Change the world. Pre-phonation. First pitch. I'm sure you were right. See, I don't know. You'll have to monitor yourself. Same pitch. The song now is close to you. Change gears. Close to you. First note. At last. At last. And lastly, this can't be love. Now, if you could do those 5 songs and find your pitch with confidence, you are to be applauded, because that's the first critical step of pre-phonation, is that we aren't going to go back to a chorus that leans on each other to find the first pitch. We want to be able to find them ourselves. Now, we're going to take it last, and I want you to unmute yourself, please. We're going to have all the leads sing their first note. Nobody can be singing until asked, so this is a for all. We're going to do it all together. Here's the pitch for At Last. Okay, so let's whoever else is singing, you have to say that this is kind of directed. Yeah, okay, bass, your first note.
Did that last?
First note or first word?
But first of all, Jeanette,
Hear
it's
what
not
song?
about you right now. It's about the basses.
Oh, okay.
And it's the bass first note and it last. What scale step are you on, basses?
Great.
Two.
Two.
No.
This is what, remember, this is what we have to remember. What's the first?
I was never.
Is an 8.
Oh, you know what I'm on? I'm on.
You're on the wrong one. You're on.
I'm on this scapula. I'm looking at the wrong one. You're right. You're on this note, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pitch note. Yeah.
Basses, here we go. Ready? Read. Sing your first note with them. Ready? 2 parts. And. There was no baritone involved at that point, just we're still on 2 parts. Baritones, let's hear you. Ready? And. Good. So all of our parts come with some sort of a skill set. And of course, the baritones being on the third, sing that raise. It's got to be higher than 1, 2, 3. 3 parts. You're going to cancel out other people's sound. Sing your own. Everybody but tenors. And. And lead. Lastly, tenor. Here's the pitch. And
Tenors.
how about if we just hear the tenors?
Just the tenors.
Just the tenors? Just the tenors? Just the tenors? Just the tenors? I need to make little signs. Here we go. Tenors and
Oh, and Sandy.
so I heard Sandy. She may be the only tenor in the place. That was lovely.
No, there's Cindy and Marshall.
Cindy,
How about- oh, so, you know, the idea of
It takes so long
pre-donation
for
is
her to explain.
Sorry, I was muted.
that would do it. The idea of donation is that when you are home alone and you are practicing, it is good to test yourself and not to always depend on the pitch pipe to say, okay, I'm doing this song, let me blow my first note. Blow the pitch of the song and find your first note. And then if you really don't check it until you start the song. If it goes awry and you think that's not right, then check it. But test yourself. There's nobody there. Again, there's no performance anxiety about this because you're by yourself and you will find out if you really, in fact, do know the pitches to the songs. And that is critical, again, when we go back, we don't have to do any remedial, and it is remedial to be working on taking pitches. You want to be able to take your pitch, feel like I'm confident on the pitch. If you're confident on the pitch, you're going to be more confident on the song. So I hope that follows. It certainly does for me. It speaks volumes because yeah. All right. We've got At Last. Idea of At Last, and this is just talking place here. The thing that is happening on a lot of the recordings is that people are not holding the target vowels, nor are they following the interpret. Those two things. A lot of good note singing as far as in tune, really, a lot of good, got a lot of good sounding resonance, more than we've ever had. So you really cannot fathom the emotion of the song if you don't understand both target vowels and have been listening to the interpretation. So if I do this, I was never spellbound. The basic sound I'm singing fits into one feeling of resonance. I was never spellbound. They're all fitting into that sound because I am maintaining this duh space in the back of my mouth. If I change the space, I was never spellbound. In the old days, I didn't understand what coaches meant when they said consistent resonance. Consistent resonance means that you are using the same instrument to play all of your notes. Your instrument is comprised of your vocal tube into your mouth structure and out of your lips. That's what it is. Of course, it's also the air, but I'm talking about the formation of your sound. So I would like you to mute yourself, please, again, if you're not already. And in the privacy of your own room, I don't know if Pete's got the lead interp track close, but maybe she can find it. I don't even see her, but I'm sure she's here. I hope she's here. I want you to sing along with the lead interp track, and I actually want you to show me your sound. I want you to show me how your sound is staying in that same resonant spot. Did we find Pete?
Yeah, lead interp track. There we go. Ready?
Yeah, we're ready. So, Get in the dust space, give yourself all the pre-phonation help you can get. I was never spellbound by a starry sky. What is there to moon glow when love has passed you by? Then there came a midnight and the world was new. Now here am I. Sorry. That's okay. We're gonna do it again. Just that much. What I want you to notice, it's not that I'm in great voice or doing such a fabulous job, but every note that I hold is in that same resonance. Every one of them. I was never spellbound by a starry sky. What is there to moon glow when love has passed you by? That's what you're looking for. That same resonance on all of those notes. Let's try it one more time with that in mind. I was never spellbound by a starry sky. What is there to moon glow when love has passed you by? Then there came a midnight and the world was new. Now here am I, so spellbound, darling, not by stars, but just by you. And you can stop again, Pete. Thank you. I hope you were singing your part, like duetting with that. That was the idea. So did anybody feel that they were actually using more consistent space on those? Yeah. If you have, when we get together on our Tuesdays, that's what we worked on Tuesday. We worked on that consistency, and really, it's a remarkable thing. You do not have to match your voice directly with another's, but you have to have the same common vocal production. That's what we have worked on, and it's paying off really big time. When you sing for your partner today, you may be a new partner, and that's good. It's all right to sing for new people. The idea is that you are actually going to give them your best shot at singing with common resonance. And the target vowel that holds the resonance, the vowel holds the resonance. I was never spellbound. It also holds the emotion. Resonance and emotion. All right. So you've got about half an hour to do this, and write down questions or thoughts that you are getting in your partners, because sometimes partners don't necessarily answer the questions that are hanging like that white elephant in the living room. I need to know what you're thinking as you're doing this. Okay, so Pete, you could start slapping them into the rooms.
Okay.
Rude.
Right, there you go. Donna, I'm gonna try to get you somebody in your room. So Donna W. Maxine fell off again.
Maxine chatted that she didn't feel well.
Okay, so then I'll move Donna to another room. All right, sounds good. I'm gonna go do that right now.
I don't think you have a partner because, you know, you're kind of I don't want to say a strange member right now, but
Do you want me to go with somebody else or do you
Yeah.
want me to tag on with Sherry or?
so I'm going to move you.
Okay.
Move her to Donna's room, Donna Warblaski's room.
Okay, I didn't, but I will now, but she hasn't accepted anyway. Would you accept to go to the room number 14? Patty, Betsy, we already.
I will when it comes up.
See well, yeah, it went. It says you're in room 1 and you have not joined.
Okay. Put me back on.
Well, you're on.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah, now, once you.
Okay. Yeah, I'll move her from that room to Donna's room. That's fine.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Says she hasn't joined yet.
She hasn't joined yet. You have to join. Well, I'll just move her anyway. I have to figure out which room. Do you know what Donna's room number
Yes,
is?
I do. It's 14.
Okay, so I'll move her to room 14. There we go. Okay, click. You see something? Click. She's frozen, so maybe that'll work. I'll go check in room 14.
It says she's there now, but not joined.
Joined. Okay, she might not be able to do stuff with her hotel room.
Yeah.
So I'll be right. I'm going to go in. For some reason I keep coming back into this room, and where's Patsy? Patsy, you're not moving rooms, and you're muted now. It's probably the connection in the hotel room or something. I don't know. Unmute yourself, please.
It could be.
Okay, so you don't see this.
I tried to get in and it just kept going round and round and round. I've connected to their Wi-Fi.
So that's probably it, because their Wi-Fi is not that strong, and it's gonna kick you off and stuff. So,
Can you see let's move her to a different room and see if.
Okay, I'll move her to a different room.
13. Move her to 13.
All right, so let me move this up
And
here.
Betty.
All right, and
Sorry
then
to
I'll.
be a pain.
It's not your fault.
I can't find her right now on. Oh, she's still okay. We're gonna move her from this room to 13.
Yeah.
Here we go. Okay, and then I'm gonna move.
That works.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna move Donna to room 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Donna has joined that room, and Patsy has joined that room. Okay.
Okay, so it's interesting. Is Patsy is still a member, but she's not going to come to chorus? I mean,
she does not want to give up chorus. We put her on AO leave of absence, and she was very upset that she could not access the music and get all the information. So we've had to change her back to a member. She does not want to let go of us at all, and she wants to do kind of like what Jean is doing. Is what I think she is thinking she's going to do the same thing as Jean. So, okay, so let me, I'm going to join, I'll be right back.
Okay, when we come back, Pete, we're gonna do 4 songs, actually 5 songs in a row. At Last, A Million Dreams, Moon Dance, and Imagine. And then we will do This Can't Be Love with all the different parts. The rest of them are all gonna be 4-part mix, you know. The only one we're gonna do the duetting on is This Can't Be Love. And we're, again, only going up through measure 49.
Yeah, so I've just moved you and you didn't go. All right, so you're in room number 1. Okay, so
You join?
No, Marcia. So you need to join the room, but that's not going to work. So let's see, where's the other room with the tenor room? We have 2 tenor rooms. Oh,
I'm looking.
yeah. Susie, well, there's not did Diane leave? I think that's why you were with Diane. Okay, so Diane left.
That wasn't nice.
No. So, okay, I'm going to put you in a room and then take you right back out because that's the only way I can do it. So I'm going to put you in a lead room and then go in there and take you out, okay?
Okay.
So accept the room invitation and just say hi and leave. Or don't even say anything. They won't even know you're there. Okay, accept it. You got it? She's frozen, so that means she's accepted it. And now I'm going to move her to the tenor room. So there. And
Yeah, it is funny, but that's exactly what you have to do.
that's what you have to do. And she's accepted it. Okay, so that's cool. All right.
This is not without its foibles, but it's still better than not having anything.
No, and it's good. It builds good. It builds good sisterhood. Is what I'm thinking. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're gonna have to give me a little bit of time. And when you're talking about anxiety, I have the anxiety over crowds, and I don't do grocery stores yet, even so.
No, it's you take the time because really there is you can't hurry this. I know Marianne has anxiety. I know that it's there are some that have absolutely no fear. And though some have no fear, doesn't mean that all people can or could have no fear. So just take the time.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the time. Plus, our construction started today. So it's like, so they demolished my family room. So we're gonna put that extra floor up in our house, and that started today.
The above floor?
Yeah, you know where that we have the family room. We're putting up a loft, so that's going in, and hopefully it'll be done in 6 weeks or 8 weeks. Who knows how long.
What are you going to put up on the loft?
We're gonna move my sewing stuff and my stuff into that room and make the room I'm in back into a bedroom, so that people can come visit.
It's gonna be a pretty big room if you're, loft, if you're able to, yeah?
Yeah, because I'm like squeezed into this room right now. I have paths. I hate paths, and I have paths, and I can't get to all my stuff. So yeah, that's the goal.
How do you access the loft?
We have the stairs that go up, and they're gonna then go out on either side. So one goes into the living area, and then the other goes into the loft area.
Yeah, how high is that? It must be a pretty high ceiling.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the ceiling is high. The ceiling is going to be the same height all downstairs at the same, I think it's 9, 10 feet. And then upstairs is going to be 8 feet, just like the rest of the rooms are up here. They're all 8 feet
Right,
rooms.
right.
So,
That's the common room.
yeah.
In fact, it's funny because I don't know what it is about all of the houses here in Springfield all have really high ceilings. And
Right.
none of them did. I mean, Fresno, you'd have a vaulted ceiling in your living room, but all the other floors are, and now I've gone into a few, and it feels like the ceiling's on your head.
Right. It really opens up, and because your backyards are getting smaller, so now you have the space and the height inside your houses. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know the size of our backyard.
Yeah. No, I love your backyard though. It really interacts. So yeah, I'm trying to keep up with you guys on your backyard. I can't do it.
Oh golly, Tim is forever doing something out there.
Oh, that's great though. That's
Can't
great.
leave it alone.
No,
Cannot leave it alone.
no, but that's what he enjoys doing. He enjoys the gutter gardening puttering.
Puttering.
Yeah.
Yeah, anxiety is a strange thing. Boy, have I had it in my life.
Yeah. Well, I just get mean, and I don't like when I get mean, so I just remove myself. That's what I have to do, so I don't get mean, because people get very scared of me when I get mean. I do mean good. Yeah. All right, I'm going to join my group because I have to sing for them at last.
Yes, you do.
Yes. All right. I'll talk to you later.
I'll bring people back.
Okay, thank you. Let me see. Where are they?
You want me to send you? Or you
No,
send
I
it
got you. I got it. It's right there.
Okay. I don't want to think about it now. Okay, I need to do that. Much there's no people. I wonder if you can. That's not it. I've heard of love. Imagine all the people living for today. Serenity under the world. And someday as one, imagine, imagine.
I can't hear anything.
Because nobody's making any noise.
Does that help?
I think we're all muted.
We were all muted. Yeah,
Hey, Carrie.
it's all right.
I was telling a great story.
Oh, well, tell it again.
Did I cut it short?
I was talking about the way that Michelle described stage fright. It's the same as having a fear of heights, because I have fear of heights. And it's the same feeling. You freeze and you can't move, and it just resounded in me that must be the same feeling that she has. So anyway, it was interesting. And then Pete was telling a story, and then we got zapped out of the room.
The
Can I
story
say
will be
something to that too, Patty?
Yeah.
What's that?
Can I say something to that too, Patty, what you just said? With me is I don't feel nervous or anything. I feel fine. But then when I go to sing, it's like there's no air at all. It's like it's visceral. It's not nerves on the outside, but it's internal. And I don't even realize that that's nerves.
Yeah.
That's how I feel it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it tightens your instrument. I mean, you just think about it, because really, stage fright is freezing in a lot of ways. People freeze. They
Right.
on stage, their brain freezes. I don't know. Has anybody ever forgot words on stage?
Sure.
Yeah. I have a great story about that. Those of you remember the show we had several years ago, ladies, and we were doing the God Bless the USA, and I had to sing a solo part,
Mhm.
and I forgot half my words, and I went da 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 da. I just did that. and Patty Easley's over here on my left, and she's trying to sing the words in my ear, and I'm like, stop already. That's not going to help me. I'm thinking this in my head, you know, but she's trying to help me. And my quartet standing up next to me, they didn't even know I wasn't singing the words because I was performing those da da da's. But I got teased about that. That was funny.
I think it's really good to honestly, it's kind of good to remember these things because actually we can step away from it and look at it with some laughter rather than internalizing it, keeping it buried like it's something to be ashamed of. There's nothing to be ashamed of. This is something that's everybody. We all have these things. It just hits some of us for heights, some of us for speaking, some for singing, some for dancing, whatever it is.
Dee Dee gave me a word that I hadn't ever heard before, but it's totally what happens to me. I get Twitter-pated.
I had my first hot flash on stage, but I didn't know what it was. So it was with Divine, and our latest coach, I usually stand on the far right, and our coach moved me in to stand next to the lead. So Melanie and I were in the center, and I didn't know that this was a hot flash. All I know is that we started singing, and it's like, oh my God, these lights are burning my skin. I'm going to die. And I really thought there was something wrong with the lights. And turns out Melanie did too. I don't know if I triggered her or if she triggered me. We came off the stage, all of us apologizing to each other. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And it wasn't until like a year later when I had a hot flash and I realized, oh my God, this is what happened on stage.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Is that when you were pregnant with
No, I was much better when I was pregnant.
No.
You know why? You know why? Because I was due the day after contest, and I was so afraid that I was not going to make it that I worked my tail off, you know, doing breathing exercises because I had no air. And so I was probably my best singing form then. I can
thank Olivia for that.
Within 12 hours, but yeah.
Amazing. You know, I think it's good to share stories. I do. Kathy?
Oh, I have several. I mean, I used to hot flash after. I used to, okay, so the ones that really set me off, I guess, was when my accompanist would be either making mistakes or automatically jumping verses on me, in which I'm like trying to figure out where the heck are you in the sheet music, and then realizing she jumped a verse, or it's kind of like, where are you? What are you playing? And I have to stand up there and I have to act as though nothing to see here, folks. Everything is perfect. There's no problems going on whatsoever. And just trying to be calm and serene while that whole thing, then everything's just falling. And it's like, I've got to get through an hour with this person and she's making at least 5 mistakes per song. And it's like, keep going. It doesn't matter. I told her to play slow because it's like the faster she played, the more mistakes she made. And it was like, I don't care how slow this is. I don't care how dirgy it is. She's not messing up the song that much. And I'll just wing it. I mean, it's kind of like one of those, what else are you going to do? I mean, it's kind of like, it's like, there's no point in getting nervous at this point. You're just, tap dancing like crazy in the whole thing.
Yeah. And I think tap danced a bit on stage in or whatever and found ourselves in unusual situations. We're not in an unusual situation right now, however. What we're going to do is we're going to do the wonderful residents across the way. We're going to sing with the 4-track at last. From here on out, there's no music for this song. So we're certainly hoping that everybody has found their way to memorizing it, because what happens is if we keep looking at paper, our eyes will go down and we'll never sing with emotion. So we're going to stand and sing at last with great emotion, finding that common all those held vowels. I will be quiet now and Pete will continue.
I was never so starry sky. What is there to glow when love has passed you by? Then there came a midnight and the world was new. Now here am I, so spellbound, darling, not by stars, but just by you. At last, my love has come along. My lonely days are over, and life is like a song, a lovely song. At last, skies above are blue, so blue. My heart was wrapped in clover. The night I looked at you, I looked at you. I found a dream that I can speak to, a dream that I can call my own. I found a thrill to press my cheek to, a thrill I'd never known. You smiled, and then the spell was cast, and here we are in heaven, for you are mine at last.
We're moving right along to A Million Dreams.
I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home, like home. They can say it all sounds crazy, all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care if they call me crazy. I don't care, don't. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake, awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. It's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. You may be right, you may be wrong, but say that you'll bring me along to the world you see. To the world I close my eyes to see. I close my eyes to see. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams I keep in me awake. A million dreams I think of what the world could be. A vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. It's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make.
We're going on to Imagine.
Moon dance.
Moon dance. Okay, never mind. We'll go to the next one. Moon dance. There we go.
Dum 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 da 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 ba da 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 ba da da da. It's a marvelous night for a moon dance, with the stars up above in your eyes. A fantabulous night to make romance underneath the cover of autumn skies, and all the leaves on the trees are falling to the sound of the breezes that blow. Oh, and I'm trying to please to the calling of your heartstrings that play soft and low. And all the night's magic seems to whisper and hush, and all the soft moonlight seems to smile in your blush. Boom, boom, boom. Can I just have one more moon dance with you, my love? Can I just make some more romance with you, my love? Oh, well, I wanna make love to you tonight, and I can't wait till the morning has come. And I know now the time is just right, and straight into your arms I will run. And when you come, my heart will be waiting to make sure that you're never alone. There and then all my dreams will come true, dear. There and then I will make you my own. Every time I touch you, you just tremble inside, inside. But how much you want me, that you can't hide. Can I just have one more moon dance with you, my love? Can I just make some more romance with you, my love? One more moon dance with you in the moonlight on a magic night. Da, 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 da,
So now we do Can't Be Love or Imagine.
I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me that I call my own.
That's not Imagine.
Through the dark, through the
We already did that one. See if
through where no one's been before, but it feels like home.
Okay, all right. So, John Lennon, Imagine.
Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. To no hell below us. Above us only sky. I imagine all the people living for today. To imagine there's no countries. To it isn't hard to do. To nothing to kill or die for, and no religion to imagine all the people just living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, ooh, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us and the world will live as one, as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. Imagine no need for greed. Imagine a brotherhood. Imagine all the people we're sharing all the world. All the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us and the world will live as one. Imagine, imagine,
Okay, wonderful. Have a seat. Have a seat. Have a seat. You know, the more we learn, the more when we listen to these recordings that we've been using, things pop out that we just know we wouldn't do them that way. For example, every time I hear her sing Imagine, it just kind of, you know, oh, it's too bad she doesn't know it's Imagine. And if I'll run, but just things like that. Do they come to you also? Do they hit you in your brain someplace that, yeah, beautiful song. do you remember the staging we did for it? I know Carrie does. It was so impactful. It was really important. Really, I still like that song. All right. So now we have a minute left. And we're going to do duets with This Can't Be Love, but we're going to sing the beginning up through measure 49 with the 4-part track. The idea is that on last Tuesday, I'd say the people that were at my house really have got this intro down. And it's kind of a crazy intro, but you've got it down and it's so exciting. So I can't wait to add a little song and dance to it. By the way, the person that got the award for the best performer on those 3 songs was Angie Yoke. She didn't let up at all, one bit. And it was so good to see you. Yes, it was so good to see you on your mark. It was just great. I haven't seen you do that.
Thank you.
I swear, it feels like years, but you look great. Carry on. Did anybody else watch Angie by chance? If your eyes roam around, it's really good to see what other people are doing. All right, I'm sorry, Pete. Let's do the 4-part. This Can't Be Love.
I'm smitten by your ways, I must apologize. I've landed in a craze where I just stand and gaze in your eyes. Oh, those eyes, your eyes, I love those eyes. Hey, this can't be love because I feel so well. No sobs, no sorrows, no sighs. This can't be love, I get no dizzy spell. My head is not in the skies. My heart does not stand still, just hear it beat, hear it beat. Too sweet, too sweet, can't be, this can't be love, this can't be love, because I feel so well, but still I love to look in your eyes, your eyes. I love to gaze in those eyes. And
Fantastic. Are we ready to go on to the next section of this song? I think we are. I think we're ready. I think we're ready. This is a cool section coming up because it features the basses and everybody else is going to be very, I think the song is just full of energy. Well, no stage fright here. In this little arena that we're living in right now, looking at each other in boxes, I know we feel secure and we feel just like we're safe. And I want us to feel that very same way when we get back on the risers. So next week, I'll see you for another rousing rehearsal, right?
Hey, Dee Dee, I have a winner,
Oh, she's got a winner.
I have a winner for a $10, whoops, sorry, I dropped it. $10 Starbucks gift card for Joni Williams.
Woo! Woo!
I hope you like coffee.
Wonderful, wonderful. Congratulations, Joni. Anybody else have anything to say for the good of the cause before we say good night?
Thank you, Dee Dee.
Thank you, Judy. That's really sweet.
I miss all of you.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely.
Wonderful to see you.
And I'm getting to know more people.
Yay. Well, we look forward to seeing you Tuesday.
Yep.
Yay. Yay. We're going to see. Some of us will be there Tuesday, right?
Yep.
Yay. We'll have a wonderful, wonderful time. All right. Love you all. Have a good
I love you guys. Okay, bye. Good night.
Take care. Thank you.
Good
night,
everybody.
Bye.
Bye.